What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we are finally going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Spider-Man No Way Home Spider-Man PS4 Miles Morales. Or is it PS5? Whatever. I am very excited for this. Now, I didn't play this game. I watched my buddy play it, and it's a good game. It was pretty short, but I'm not a big video game guy, so I'm not really sure. But this is going to be my new comic book Miles Morales because it looks phenomenal. Yeah, there's extra details, but honestly, I think it works for Miles as a comic book Miles, and I don't have a good one because all the other ones are like crazy overpriced and kind of not good figures, and this looked awesome right off the bat. There was no chance I was missing this guy, and I walked into my Target looking for some Plasma Series figures, which when I find those, I want to do a review of them, but with the whole spoilers thing, but by the time I get my hands on them, everybody will know. But I didn't find that, but I found that, and I found a little something else too, which we'll be doing next. But taking a look at the packaging here, you get the white packaging because it is a Gamerverse wave. You get Miles on the side here. You get the wave on the back, which I can't believe the Build-A-Figure is Armadillo. That's pretty freaking awesome. I will not be getting that because I don't really do villains, but that is really cool to see. And that's a pretty strong wave overall. I would like J. Jonah Jameson. They didn't have him there, but I wouldn't mind getting him eventually just because I like J.K. Simmons. These two are all right. I like the body mold they used for her, though. Hopefully they keep using that. But pretty much all the one I really, really wanted was Miles. I'm probably going to skip the rest of the wave. So the piece will be on my Mercari. If you guys are interested, Spider-Man Miles Morales, you get Miles' logo up at the top there. And then here's the bottom with the barcode if you are looking for it. But without further ado, I've been staring at this guy for a couple minutes now in the box, waiting to get off the phone with my friend. Itching to open this guy. So let's go ahead and do just that. So finally getting Miles out of the packaging. Is this a top 10 figure right here, ladies and gentlemen? I might have to go and say that it is. It is really, really nice and some of Hasbro's best work. There's one thing that I wish was different, but I can understand why they didn't. I'm not a huge fan of the ab crunch and swivel. I think a good diaphragm joint would have been amazing here, and then like a ball joint at the waist, but I understand with budgets and stuff that that's not always plausible, and this works just as fine. This is really, really nice and a very, very strong release by them, and one that, while it took a little bit for me to find, I mean, this is the first time I've seen any of these figures in the wave, let alone the one that I want. So I went to Macy's, Walmart's, Targets, and never even seen any indications of the wave being there. And I walked into my Target today, like I said, looking for some Plasma Series, and found this motherfucker sitting there. And I'm so happy that I did because it is goddamn amazing. But enough me gushing about the figure. You guys want to take a closer look, so let's go and do that. Looking at the head sculpt here. All the cobwebs are sculpted, and there's a texture in the red part and on the outside part, but it's a different texture. So it's like a double layer of webbing with this nice metallic red, like crimson. It looks so, so nice. I got a little paint scuff right there, but I don't really care. I just noticed that now. And the sculpting goes all the way through. You get like this nice web work on the sides. All the lines are sculpted. The back, the spider logo is sculpted. Unfortunately, it doesn't go through all the way, but with the design, it really wouldn't make too much sense anyway. I would have liked a little bit of red paint, but it was sculpted, so they probably did it like that, so it didn't rub or whatever. Not that big a deal, and it's on the back, but all this is painted so cleanly. It looks great. I'm not really sure what this seam is for. It's almost like they wanted to do a ball peg at the bottom of the neck too, and then kind of like scrap that idea, but it doesn't really bother me because he does look up good, which we'll talk more about in Articulation, obviously, but it does look good. The fingers, this is like the only extra detail, so to speak, that would be for the game and not a comic book version, and it does not bother me at all. I think it looks, I like a little bit of extra detail, so that looks cool with the red fingers, and all painted very clean. And as I show you guys the accessories with the different hands, you'll see that that carries through between all of them, so I love to see that. And then the legs don't really have any like paint work on it, but there's some nice sculpting. There's a great texture across the whole thing. Pinless tech on both the arms and the legs, which I love to see. This is a brand new sculpt. I know they're using this for the like a translucent version of this, a GameStop exclusive, which I'm not going to be getting, but it's pretty awesome. And then, you know, you get a little bit of red paint on the heel here, which is accurate. So this looks great. You can use it as a video game one and it'll look awesome. You can use it as a comic book one and it'll look awesome. You could probably even get away with putting it in a movie display because it looks that awesome. Like if you know, we all want to see Miles in the MCU. Miles is my favorite version of Spider-Man. Into the Spider-Verse is my favorite Spider-Man movie. And obviously I know this isn't Into the Spider-Verse, but I love Miles Morales. He's such a good character. And usually I'm not big on like, you know, different versions of characters or whatever, but he works so well and he's a great character. So to finally have a good figure of him is awesome. But he does come with a bunch of different hands and an alternate head. So we can go ahead and take a look at those because some of the one set is really, really nice. But let's go ahead and take a look at that. So taking a look at Miles's hands here, we do get a bunch of them. For the standard colored ones, we get wall crawling hands or open hands or whatever you want to call them. And as you can see, if it wants to focus, the paint is just as clean on these as they are on the previous hands, the web flipping hands. And there's great texture on these. I really like them. And they're both like that. And then the fist hands look equally as nice with the nice knuckles painted and whatnot. So I really like the way that looks. And then as you can see on the back here, we do get Miles with some electric hands. Now, obviously Miles, a difference between Miles and Peter is that Miles has the ability to create electric shocks, obviously amongst other things, but this looks really cool. I think people are saying that they're a little big, but I kind of like that. It adds to the teenage effect. Like the teenage look to him. They're made from translucent yellow, so if you shine a light behind them, they're all bright. And obviously the electricity is coming off the side. So, but the sculpt is still there. You get all the texture, and it's a little hard to show, but I really like the way that these look. And when you can get them in like cool ass poses like that. And the electric just travels with the hands, which looks really cool. And obviously, as you can see, you do get a alternate unmasked head. Again, from what I remember from the video game, I think it looks pretty accurate. I think I know what they were going for. It's like that one panel where it's like that. I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty generic head, so if you want to use it for like a civilian or something, looks really nice. Don't know if I necessarily see Miles in it, but it's painted well. It's got the nice photo tech, nice sculpt on the hair. So yeah, looks cool. Like I said, it could be used for a generic person, but obviously I will be using the masked head. I mean, I think most people will be because it just looks so nice. But yeah, so he does come with an appropriate amount of hands. And just going over it real quick because I'm not going to be doing a review on him, here's the Build-A-Figure leg for Armadillo. Again, this is an awesome idea, doing Armadillo. It's pinless on one side but not on the other, which is a little strange. But the inside you get like the skin, and then on the outside you get like the exoskeletal plate, which looks cool. You get a little bit of like a brighter color there. The texture is nice, and then down you get like the really grossly sculpted toes, peg hole at the bottom. But I think a wash would have been nice on this, but that's an easy thing for somebody to do. So this will look cool if you get Armadillo together, and I think it'll be a super desired figure, just not one that I'm too interested in getting because I'm not made of money. So I'll be selling that on my Mercari as per usual. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at my favorite aspect of this figure, the articulation, because it is really, really nice. So taking a look at Miles's articulation, the head is going to look up pretty far for a double dumbbell, which looks nice. Down, side to side, there's no weird gap. And it goes all the way around. So I really, really like that. That looks good. The shoulders only move outwards that far. Could go up a little bit more, but nothing too crazy. Shoulder swivel. You do get a bicep or a butterfly joint in there. It doesn't really do much, to be honest, but I mean, I'm happy that it's there. It does afford some movement. Bicep swivel all the way around. Double jointed pinless elbows that go in all the way, and all the wrist swivel and hinge horizontally. Even the electric hands. The crunch goes forward that far, which is really far, and it looks good on the back. It doesn't look bad. Same going arching backwards. That looks good. Full waist swivel. Hips will go full splits, which is nice. He'll kick forward that far. Back, not so much. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. And the ankles move up, down, and a full pivot. Now, you would think that would be risky doing pinless and whatnot on such a skinny figure, but it feels sturdy as hell. It doesn't look like it's going to be giving any kind of issue. So I think that's really awesome that I don't have to worry about it. Like, I'm not scared playing with him, which is really cool, but I think that's awesome. So let's see him next to Peter Parker because they look cool together. They look really cool together. So here is Miles next to his mentor, Peter Parker, and he's shorter, he's skinnier, and he looks like a kid. I mean, Peter Parker is usually a little bit taller, so I would probably say like right there, Miles should be a little bit shorter, but he is shorter than Miles, and it works for me. I mean, you could play I mean, this is an older Miles, not like super old, but it's a little bit older, so you could play it like that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but having this makes this feel outdated. I wish he had the same articulation setup as him, but all these are just painted, not sculpted. There's pins, and this is like a relatively new figure as well. So for this to already feel outdated because of something that came out almost like a little less than a year ago or a year later, it's kind of crazy. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, but I think this needs an update, like a good update. Like keep the same torso, keep the same butterfly joints, but give him pinless arms, give him a sculpt. I like big-eyed Spider-Man. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think about that. But I think these two look awesome together, and took some cool pictures of them fighting alongside. So I like that a lot. So I think it goes without being said what I think about this guy. I love him. I think it is Hasbro's, I guess not the best, but really close to it. Like their best work, their top work, and they did a fantastic job on him. The articulation is great, the sculpt is fantastic, and the paint is super clean and crisp, other than that little scuff on the shoulder, but it doesn't bother me. And he comes with a good amount of accessories, especially considering he is a 100% new sculpt. He is right up there with Zombie Cat. He is a really, really good figure, and one of the few figures that I plan on trying to keep here because he is just that damn good. Go do yourself a favor and pick this up. This is an easy rating of 10 out of 10 if I had to choose it, because it is really, really nice. I love pretty much everything about this guy, and it's worth the hunt. I mean, the whole wave is pretty strong. Again, if I get Joe Jetta Jameson, I'll do a review of them. It'll be a quick one because there's not much to talk about with that, but if I find them, I'll do it. But yeah, this is a great figure. Do yourself a favor, go get one. It is awesome. You will not regret it. But with that being said, I believe that is all I have for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I am currently doing a giveaway. There's a week to do so. I posted a video about that before this one. I'm not sure how long they're going to be in between, but go check that out. It's a pretty easy giveaway to enter. But yeah, I think that's all I got for today. So as always, let me know. You copping this guy? I gotta know, guys. Let me know. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.